So I'm about to give a brief video on the Semperfi Fund by the actual organization, just to help you guys understand. Then I'll talk about why we chose it and our progress with it.
The Semperfi Fund is a nonprofit organization that provides financial support to injured and critically ill members of all armed forces.
The Semperfi Fund presented him with a check to shore up his finances.
He is just one of the wounded Marines helped by the Semperfi Fund, which Karen Gunther set up in May 2003.
When we started, we thought, okay, we're going to do this for a year or two. Now, 10 years later, we're still doing it.
Been able to have my yard refitted to where somebody with prosthetics like myself was able to basically do everyday things that, I can enjoy in my own house and my own yard.
War is war. And so you cannot go through this experience without being changed. If you look back at history, if you look at Iwo Jima and remember those boys coming off the island, they'd had a tough time too. And if we can help one another through this, that's our duty.
Good job! Go, baby, go!
95% of all of the money that goes into the Semperfi Fund is used for our wounded veterans. It's an organization that does exactly what a person who wishes to make a contribution wants.
It's the ride for Semperfi. What they're doing is they're raising.
That was a portion of the video basically explaining what the Semperfi Fund and what it stands for. So if you didn't know, the motto of the Marine Corps of the United States of America is Semper Fidelis, which in Latin means always faithful. The Semperfi Fund helps post, so basically with veterans, there's two groups. There's Vietnam veterans and then post 9/11 veterans. This helps our veterans after they come back home. It's really hard for someone who's going to college, who has dreams ahead of them. I mean, I'm sure all of you do. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer. But in times of need, especially after 9/11, these people put down their careers, they put down whatever they're doing, and they signed up for the Army. They enlisted because they wanted to keep our country safe. And I feel like military appreciation is one thing I need to bring to Oak Park and to Chords of Compassion. So that's why this is this year's charity. Since establishing the fund, they've actually issued 147,000 grants. That's 147,000 soldiers given prosthetic legs, given aid in general. And these grants totaled more than $157 million. So that's really amazing. I did a lot of research on organizations, and Semperfi came out on the top. The biggest thing when it comes to donating to charities is credibility. It's come up in these past years. So basically, all of you want your money to go to the charity, right? To help the people you're trying to help. How do we know that it will? How do we know that the money's not just going to go to fundraising or to the people who own it? For example, the College Board. I know I'm a student bashing the College Board. I know you've all heard it before. But the College Board is an organization that puts out SATs, that puts out AP tests. The College Board director lives like a billionaire. He lives in a mansion, he has foreign cars, and this is all because they're truly not a nonprofit. I looked up an organization, a veteran organization that really gave the money that they got directly to the veterans, and this did it. 95% of the funds go to the veterans. The other 5% is for fundraising. So you all know where your money's going. They had an A+ rating for 7 consecutive years, only one of 2 veteran nonprofits to do so. Why I especially chose the Semperfi Fund, and my partners, Aparna, Surya, they all agreed with me, was in this time there's diminishing respect in law enforcement, both within and outside of our borders. We are here today and we're able to play music because people are out there in Afghanistan, in Haiti, wherever, deployed all across the globe. As you know, the US has the largest military. They're deployed all across the globe fighting for our freedom and rights. They don't need to be there. They're doing it because for us, basically. And what can we do? The least we can do is raise money. Since we're doing a music charity, we should raise money to help these people out when they come back. We feel this very strongly. God bless America, of course. But thank you for listening today. I encourage you to donate. You can donate at the front desk. If you're donating a check, there's a tax ID that you can write, so your check is non-taxable. Thank you, and please enjoy these musical events.